Aliens make first contact with humanity. They are benevolent and improve humans' lives tremendously, except they're really annoying. Serena thought she had to get married to know the nagging tongue of a mother-in-law. Much to her surprise, all it really took was the discovery of extraterrestrial life. Mother-in-law is a strange term for them, but it really did sum up the issue. It was this thought that was lodged in her brain as she trudged her way to the absolutely voluntary peace rally. Serena glanced to her left at her oh-so-enthusiastic companion. Its tall, extended limbs swayed jubilantly, and its milky white skin shimmered with excitement. Oh, how this strange creature longed to get to the peace rally, that glorious peace rally. How it would enlighten her once again. The round black eyes began to swell. It could hardly contain the tears that threatened to spill forth at the mere thought of human enlightenment. It was doing its part. It was cleaning things up, and it savored every second of it. Serena glanced behind her, that wide smile on her face drooping at the edges as she glanced back to her home, to freedom. Good grief, she could go for some ice cream right now. Unbeknownst to her new alien friend, there was a tub of Rocky Road in her fridge. Hidden, of course, stashed away at the bottom of the fridge, safely nestled under her very healthy, supremely optimized dietary supplement number 1783. Saliva started to pool. She could almost taste it. To her surprise, the only taste she had now was that of a cotton cloth hastily shoved into her face. "Oh, dear goodness, you're practically drooling," the creature shrieked. With that strained voice you would use for someone else's misbehaving child, Serena replied, "Was I drooling?" "No, but you were almost drooling." "Listen, I know you mean well, but I really need you to respect my personal spa." "Oh, good Lord, it's starting. Hush, hush, we can't miss a moment." Serena's measured response came to naught as the creature hurled itself forward with enthusiasm. On the pristine turf of Union Park, the climate-controlled sunny skies found themselves obscured by psychological clouds. Serena looked out at a sea of wide smiles, each one adorned with the strangest accompaniments. Wrinkled foreheads, flaring nostrils, the intermittent twitch of an eye, and of course, deep sighs when their alien friends glanced away for but a sweet moment. The strangest smile of all, though, came from the man who walked out on the park's center stage. It was none other than the President of the United States. To Serena's astonishment, his smile looked genuine. Of course, this wasn't the first time, but even the president's polished routine gathered rust after the 87th peace rally. 4 months ago, when their alien caretakers had arrived, he and the rest of the world had been ecstatic. Alien life, and friendly to boot. What could have been more astonishing than that? But as the days ticked by, and those friendly, caring, meddling creatures wormed their way in, those great advances in science started to lose their appeal. Cancer was gone, the climate stabilized, limitless renewable energy was here. But good grief, Serena would rather have cancer if it meant she could watch some TV again. Well, that wasn't quite right. She could watch TV, she really could. It would just have to be something polite, or it would have to be over the moans of her alien captor, friend. Of course she could ask them to leave, and they would for a time, but they would be back. They always came back. And then the nagging, and worse yet, the crying. Of course, some folks had made a point of telling their alien friend to leave for good. Those who were persistent actually succeeded. Wow, it was a miracle. Well, it was a miracle they could still hear, at least given just how much convincing it took. But that fix was only temporary. Another caretaker always showed up. It was their new hobby, and the fact that a human had told the others to get lost meant that they were a real fixer-upper. Someone only they could save. Serena's drooping eyes snapped back to reality. The president was speaking. To her astonishment, he actually sounded cheery, and that smile of his hadn't faded. It was actually real, actually there. His smile grew even wider, his eyes manic. "It is with the deepest sadness that I have to announce our shameful secret to our planetary guests. It's an embarrassing primal sort of thing, so I hope you, our alien friends, will understand. Many of your human friends might even deny it, but don't worry, that's just because they love you so much. Unfortunately, we need to ask all of you to leave because we need to go to the bathroom." The lanky frame of the president's alien companion jumped up with surprise. "What do you mean? All of us, for how long? Like I said, it's very embarrassing. Frankly, I don't like discussing it at all. But we humans have a species-wide cycle of restroom use. Unfortunately, we've just entered the next cycle." "Oh, dear, I see. I don't mean to embarrass you, of course, but how long did you say it would be?" The president was aghast as he placed his hand on his chest. "Well, I must say that is extremely embarrassing, but if you must know, it's going to be for the next 20 years. The pale skin of the alien took on a hue of green. It was getting uncomfortable. 20 years, you say, but I'm sure you couldn't possibly— That's right, 20 years. It's our great shame as a species. I can't bear to discuss it anymore. Go, go, go. Of course, so sorry, of course. Serena was crying. By God, she loved the president.